Meow meow. Come here, sweetie. It's not time for food yet. She gives me a sad face when I say that. She understands. Yeah, she's big walks away and is like, meow, fine. Like her personality comes out in the way she talks every day, doesn't it, sweetie? So, she's a beatbox kitty. She is so tolerant. So tolerant because she loves me so much. Don't you, sweetikins? Just sit in my lap like a little baby. And I just rock her. I think the tea I had was jasmine tea. Alright, she's done. That's zdrovia. See, I told you it's gonna be raw. So yeah, I think the tea I had was jasmine. So I'm pretty wired. So I'm gonna tell you, put on a shirt, put on my padded bra. I want to tell you why I love Cyberpunk. So I first discovered it through playing the pen and paper role-playing games, Shadowrun and Cyberpunk. And Shadowrun was the first, admittedly. I love someone at my school. I want to say it was Eric Madsen, one of my great friends. And he had it, and I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. This is like Dungeons and Dragons. But in the future, people can augment themselves and have implants and smart links and all that shit. The data jack. I love that idea because, sorry, I'm going to pause and blow my nose because I've got some sniffles and you don't want that. Okay, thanks for waiting. Even though you actually didn't have to. If we were together, I would say that. Tony Honors. Yeah, she agrees. She agrees. So yeah, when I got to playing Cyberpunk, and I fell in love with it because the whole idea and concept in the future, even though it's dark, because that's the fun part. It's a game. It's a fantasy. Meow. Is that you can be whoever you want to be. You can have silver shiny skin. You can modify whatever you want through cyberware. Yeah, you can be whoever you want to be. And I didn't want to be Brad. So that always appealed to me. I think my first character, here comes the kitty. Look at those eyes just shine. This is how raw it is. This would be like if we were just sitting together and chatting. I played in Shadowrun, I think I played a female Decker. And in Cyberpunk, I played a very, very powerful solo who was black named Bubba. I even wanted to be black. It's funny. In a fantasy, to put yourself in someone else's shoes. That's the fun part of games. To experience something you're never going to experience, potentially, that's the point. And it gives us these visceral emotions, unless your game's all about dopamine, these visceral experiences that you'll never have, but you get to kind of have them vicariously in a safe environment. That's why games, role-playing, video games, and everything are just taking off more than ever now. Like, I think everyone's a gamer. They just haven't found the right game yet. Whether it be Stardew Valley or... I'm not going to promote free-to-play games, so I won't mention any, but if that's where you find entertainment and joy, and it doesn't impact your life in a negative way, then that's fine. So, yeah, that's the point. I could have been Bree in the future, even if it was dark. And that was appealing to me at a very young age, as a teenager. So yeah, that's why I love Cyberpunk. At the core, it's the ultimate fantasy because it feels like maybe some of that's possible, and now some of it is through medication and HRT. I will become Bree. Changing your gender is probably the most cyberpunk thing you could ever do. And I've always been pretty cyberpunk. So I'm looking forward to that. That'll be fun. I will change myself in ways that I could never do if I didn't do that. So I have to. I'll be starting soon. My emotions are still wild, but going through puberty backwards does not sound like fun. But I've made some new trans friends recently. Jane especially. We're gonna be fucking besties. Demonetized right there. It's raw. But we're gonna be great friends. We're gonna start a band. She's gonna be the Adam Jones of the Devil's Finest. She's an artist. She does tattoos. She sculpts. She can make armor, and she can make masks. If we ever did a music video, the first one we would definitely be wearing masks, and our cleavage would definitely be out there too. That sounds like fun. That sounds cyberpunk. We're definitely gonna do some cyberpunk songs, for sure. Death metal cyberpunk. What would that sound like? That'll be fun. I love exploring, dichotomies. Like cyberpunk, you think electronic, but there's a lot of electronic stuff used in metal bands now, and oftentimes it works well, whereas in the earlier, pre-alpha eras where, digital audio creation was not as good, it was super synthy, but that's a little bit cyberpunky. So I think we could do it right. I love Fear Factory. While I was working at Cyberpunk, I contacted the manager for Fear Factory through Facebook and told him, hey, I was the senior gameplay designer in Cyberpunk, and I think Fear Factory is a great cyberpunk band, and they've done music for games before. And I got the contact info. He said, yeah, Fear Factory would totally be interested. I was like, yes! So I passed it on to the producer, and it was like, one day he was wearing a Fear Factory shirt, before this happened, so I knew he'd be into it. That never happened. It's a shame. Licensed music has issues when it comes to a product that has a long lifeline, unless the band is like, yeah, we're giving you these things 100%, and we won't use these tracks elsewhere. So it's all complicated. More kitty fur on my mouth. Too many kisses for the kitty. So anyway, thanks for listening. I sounded like Brad right there. That's for sure, real hard. Maybe I always sounded like this. I'm just more lispy now. And Bree uses a lot more profanity than Brad did. Bree has a filthy whore mouth. Meow, meow, meow. Yoners, you want to come say goodbye? Come here, sweetie. Alright, not this time. Let's let the bus pass before I say goodbye. Thanks for listening again, because that's all I'm always going to say. Thank you for being you, and we'll have more tales later. I'm feeling inspired, so let's do this. Oh wait, here's the kitty. Yes! We gotta have yonners in as many videos as we can. She looks cyberpunk with those eyes. Look at that. Whoa. She just activated her smart link. She's ready to go. Love you, girl. And I love you for listening. Let's do it again. Bye.